Today, I'm gonna be putting myself up to a challenge. I'll be doing a loop around the whole North Mountain Preserve, reaching Butte Peak and North Mountain Peak. Let's just get into it. We made it to the top of Butte Mountain. There's North Mountain right over there, along with the Phoenix Mountain Preserve and all the other ones going down that way. The only thing that sucks is all the antenna stuff over here, but if you ignore all that, it is worth it to come up here for this part right here. We got all the mountains stacked on top of each other. We got North Mountain, then we got Piestewa Peak, and then Dixie Peak. The whole mountain preserve, it looks so beautiful. Along with this amazing view, there is an amazing breeze. It feels so cool, so refreshing. But I enjoyed enough. Let's start heading down and get over to North Mountain. And I am pulling out my trekking poles on the way down. I hate going downhill. This is my least favorite part of any hiking experience. It's just so uncomfortable, slippery, just annoying. I would rather go uphill the entire time. So we're going over to this little hill for a little bit, looping around, and then we're gonna start heading down towards North Mountain. This rock has 2 holes, perfect for my trekking pole, all the way through. That's kind of funny. The views on this little mountain are still pretty, but they're not as exciting. So let's go back down. Starting our ascent to North Mountain on a not very used trail, it seems. Like, you can tell it's used, but not as much as the other trails. At first I was like, am I even on the right place? But all trails said. I just started this trail and I'm already enjoying it so much more than the other side when you're coming up the paved path. Just more beautiful, more plants. The rocks look so beautiful over here. A lot of white ones that look really pretty. This side is more challenging than the front of it. There's so many rocks, slippery, and it's pretty steep. Add that to the fact that I did the Shaw Butte right before this, so I'm like double exhausted. But man, this is a workout. Well, I actually just walked past the path to the peak. It was kind of hard to see. I did not see it, so I walked all the way over there and then had to come all the way back. See, this barely looks like a trail, but we're really close, which means this part's about to be really steep. Oh my God, you guys. This part is so steep. I'm exhausted. I'm sweaty, gross. It can't come soon enough. We're so close though. Finally made it to North Mountain. We just did Shaw Butte, North Mountain in one go. And that was one of the most challenging hikes I've done. That was a lot. This side was really steep over here. Lots of slippery rocks. I'm gonna rest for a little bit. I'm ready to go down, and it's mostly pavement on the way, so I'm not gonna record too much. Oh my God. Stop. It's not what you look at that matters, it is what you see. No. Just littering the mountain. So I totally forgot to do the review yesterday, so let's get into it. So this loop I did around the North Mountain Preserve was 6.1 miles and about 1,500 feet of elevation gain over the course of about 3 hours. I've never been to the Shaw Butte Mountains, so that was really cool. I enjoyed the views up there more than I did on North Mountain. I really loved looking out and seeing all the mountains stacked, like seeing North Mountain, the Phoenix Mountain Preserve, and Camelback all lined up right there back to back. I thought that view was incredible. And it was windy, it was cool outside, it was really nice to experience that. I did enjoy both North Mountain and the Shaw Butte Mountain. The only thing I don't really like is that it's paved most of the way. I feel like walking on the pavement kind of takes away from the atmosphere of everything, but it was still enjoyable. And I'll probably continue to go back to those mountains over time. I'm not going to cancel them out just because they have the pavement, because the views were amazing and it's a relatively easy hike. Both of them together though, that was a little bit more difficult. And the backside of North Mountain, where it's not paved, that one was pretty steep, lots of slippery rock. It was definitely more challenging, especially since I just finished doing Shaw Butte, so I was already kind of exhausted from that. It was definitely quite a challenge, a great workout. It felt good to accomplish that, and I think it's a great challenge for anyone looking for something new. By themselves, neither mountain is really difficult. They're mostly off pavement, like I said, at least if you're doing just one of the ways, but it's still not too difficult. When you do them together, it adds some difficulty, makes it more exciting, I feel like. And it only took about 3 hours, so it's not taking that long. The trail coming from the back of North Mountain was really cool. Lots of beautiful rocks, lots of plants. There was like no other people around. I only saw one person when I came up that side, which was great because I like to be out by myself. I don't want to be walking through people. Whereas the Shaw Butte loop, I was walking through a lot of people on the way up and the way back down. Same with the North Mountain loop. Both of the loops are very popular, so they will be pretty crowded. I would recommend going off the backside of the North Mountain if you want some solitude. I'll give the whole loop a 4.5 out of 10 for how hard it was. It started to get pretty difficult towards the end when I was going up that steep part of North Mountain, because it did get pretty steep going up there, but it was still amazing. It was worth it. The views were great, and I would do it again. But I have lots more mountains on my list. Like next, I think is going to be the Dean Hills Loop and Summit. And then we got the Sonoran Preserve, South Mountain, White Tanks, all that stuff. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to stay tuned for my next adventure. See you then.